We're back with a Fox News alert. The IDF says Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah's reign of terror is over, and it's been confirmed by Hezbollah. The Iranian-backed terror group's leader was killed in a massive strike in Beirut. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowing to win the war in yesterday's fiery speech to the UN General Assembly.
As long as Hezbollah chooses the path of war, Israel has no choice, and Israel has every right to remove this threat and return our citizens to their homes safely. And that's exactly what we're doing.
Joining us live from Haifa in Israel, our chief foreign correspondent, Trey Yingst. Trey, we've been discussing this all morning. Break down the significance of Israel finally killing Hassan Nasrallah, excuse me.
Yeah, Pete, it's extremely significant when we look at what's taken place over the past year. Thousands of rockets raining down on northern Israeli cities, anti-tank guided missile attacks along the border, all of them ordered by Hassan Nasrallah, the Secretary General of Hezbollah, a man who controlled the organization since 1992. There were these massive strikes in the Lebanese capital of Beirut yesterday, and Fox News learned that the target was Hassan Nasrallah. Now, it took hours for the Israeli military to come out and confirm that he was indeed killed in this strike in Beirut. And then, following that confirmation, we've seen more rocket fire from Hezbollah into northern and even central Israel. So the concern here is that the situation on the ground could unravel further and that the Iranian regime could directly respond for the killing of Nasrallah. Remember, Hezbollah is the group's largest proxy across the Middle East. When you look at the IRGC, Iran's military wing, we understand that a deputy commander was also killed alongside Nasrallah. And this ups the ante for the entire region. As we wait to see what comes next, we can expect Israeli warnings to civilians already. We understand that gatherings have been limited in the central part of this country, and this is an indication that Israeli officials are concerned about the possibility of retaliation following the strike that killed the leader of Hezbollah, Hassan Nasrallah. Pete?
Absolutely. Trey, how likely do you I've asked everybody this question. You know this better than anybody else. Do you think an Iranian response will be substantive or performative? Are they at a place where they really want a wider conflict with Israel at this point?
Based on our reporting, performative is the short answer, because the Iranian regime understands the high cost that a war with Israel would inflict on their country. After losing not only Hezbollah leadership, but also Hamas leadership, the Israelis are systematically taking out the leadership of Iranian proxies across the Middle East. So a direct conflict would weaken the regime in Tehran, and they now have lost key abilities, not just from Gaza, but also from Lebanon, as the Israelis take out the rocket and missile launching positions of Hezbollah.
Absolutely.
Pete?
Well, this most recent round of fighting started because of a brutal attack on October 7th, and now you've written the definitive firsthand account of what happened on October 7th, called Black Saturday and the Ensuing Wars. This is the next chapter of it. Tell us again about the book, Trey.
Absolutely. Black Saturday is a book about the day this war began. And I interview officials from across the Israeli defense echelon, including the defense minister, Yoav Gallant. I speak with soldiers, with civilians, with hostages that were taken into Gaza and then later released as part of the November ceasefire deal, with Hamas leadership, with Palestinian civilians, everyone involved on that dark day and the weeks that followed as the conflict erupted inside Gaza. Remember, what we are seeing today unfold along Israel's northern border is a direct result of the October 7th attack,
yes.
Black Saturday. And one critical piece of information that I report in this book, 4 days after that brutal massacre, the Israelis had planned preemptive strikes against the Iran-backed group Hezbollah across Lebanon. And I write about this in Black Saturday. Israeli jets were in the air before Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu decided to call off those strikes. And ultimately, we've seen a war of attrition along this northern front following the October 7th massacre and the war inside Gaza. And Hezbollah says they've been involved in the conflict because they want to support the Palestinian people. Now there are major questions about what comes next for the Middle East as the war in Gaza continues. And of course, the northern front remains quite active as well.
Man, it shows you how relevant current events are still to that day, which is coming up on the one-year anniversary. You can watch Black Saturday with Trey Yingst on Fox Nation, available on Monday, and then pre-order the book right now. It comes out on Tuesday. Anywhere books are sold, but you can pre-order at foxnewsbooks.com. I can't wait to read it myself. Trey, thank you so much.